ex-president of Russia issues a warning to the United States. According to Dmitrij Medvedev, his nation has the right to use nuclear weapons to defend itself because it is battling for its very existence. According to former Russian President Dmitrij Medvedev, Moscow has the right to defend itself using any means necessary, including nuclear weapons, because the Americans is attempting to hand Russia a strategic defeat in the conflict in Ukraine. He issued a warning that American elites shouldn't regard themselves as invulnerable. The Russian Security Council's deputy chair, Dmitry Medvedev, made a statement on Wednesday in response to remarks made by the American and Russian presidents the day before. President Vladimir Putin announced on Tuesday that Moscow was suspending its participation in the New START Treaty, the final nuclear arms reduction pact between the USA and Russia. In a speech to the Federal Assembly as well as other Russian officials and public figures, to send a message to the American establishment, which believed it could pursue Russia's defeat. But strategic security is another issue. Medvedev asserted that he had long anticipated the move. Former leader warned that since the Americans wants to defeat Russia, we have the right to defend ourselves with any weapons, including nuclear. Calling this line of thinking bad mistake by the Americans, Joe Biden's speech in Warsaw on Tuesday was also criticized by Medvedev for being preached in an American messianic style. The American president said in the speech that his nation had no plans to attack Russia, and he pleaded with Moscow to put an end to the conflict in Ukraine by pulling its troops out of the areas Kiev claims as its own. Why would Russians trust a hostile leader who unleashed wars in the 20th and 21st centuries more than anyone? And who wants to hand Russia a strategic defeat? Medvedev questioned. The former leader asserted that Washington had the power to put an end to the conflict in Ukraine. If Russia stops the special military operation before it achieves victory, there will be no Russia, because it would simply be torn apart. If the Americans stop sending weapons to the Kiev regime, the war will end, Medvedev insisted.